Hello and welcome. I am so excited to have you here for this free masterclass aligned with your first 4K month in business. We're going to be covering the 3 common mindset and energy blocks to receiving your 4K months and how to overcome them, which is the important part. Thank you so much for being here with me, whether you're here now or whether you're watching the replay. I'm so grateful that you registered for this and that you're excited to learn everything I have to share. And there is so much that I want to offer to you and for you to just allow whatever resonates to just enter your awareness. Some of it may feel really activating, some of it may feel a little triggering, some of it may not relate to you at all at this point in time. So take everything with a grain of salt, take what you want right now, and let all the rest percolate within your awareness until you're ready to address those things, or they may not relate to you at all. And that's perfect. Take what you need. So, I am Rachel White, for those of you who I have not had the pleasure of interacting with or meeting before. I'm a coach for ambitious women who want to bring their creative ideas to life through their intuition, creativity, and leadership with their desire to make a difference in the world. I'm really excited to run this masterclass, particularly because 4K per month was my first milestone goal for my income when I first went fully into my business. And there are so many things that were within my mindset and within my energy that I wasn't really aware of at the time when I was first starting out, even though I had done so much professional and personal development before the point in time of going all into my business. There were these little things lurking in the shadows that were really derailing a lot of the effort that I was putting in. So I'm so excited to offer all these things to you now, whether you're at the beginning of your business journey, you're desiring to start one, but you haven't yet already, or you just want to bring more like healing, growth, mindset, and energy work into the business that you are running. While you're watching this, I would love for you to take a photo or take a screenshot and put it in your Instagram story, and you can tag me at by Rachel White, and I will love to see that you're watching, and I would love to reshare it as well. And if you want to add any insights or any value you're getting from this, I would love to hear about that as well. Make sure you stay till the end because I have an incredible new offer to share. And if you're on this video, if you're watching this, then you'll get an incredible opportunity to get even more access to my energy and my teachings. And it's honestly just such a fun, potent offer. And some of you have seen it already, but I have an even more amazing thing to offer you if you're on this call. Okay, so let's get into it. This is going to be amazing if you've already started your business or if you have a desire to start a business. You don't necessarily have to have gotten started quite yet, and it's going to be of high value to you even if you're in the early phases of your business. I believe that all ambitious women need to be in business, need to be able to create their own structure that allows their creative energy to flow and decide their own value and to be a great leader of their mission. There are not many workplaces that offer this. There are not many workplaces that allow you to create your own hours of work and how you want to flow your creativity in and to decide how much you get paid. And that is fully aligned with the mission that you're here for. And if you are working in an environment like that, then amazing. But even if you are, I still believe that ambitious women need to create different channels of income, different channels of creative expression, and space for their creative expression to open up and to evolve in a way that is in alignment with their own evolution and not in alignment with someone else's mission. And if you're really relating to that, then you need to be in business, whether you think you can be or not. And if you have any resistance to starting your own business, like this masterclass, everything I'm about to cover is going to be amazing for you. So I wanted to talk just a little bit about like my business journey. Growing up, I grew up with my family having a business. It was called Mildura Amusements. We had jumping castles, mini go-karts, a little Ferris wheel. a lot of weekends as a family, we would go to like school fetes, different events, like kids' birthday parties, and set up these things. I would always like handle the money, like sell the tickets and work on, we had like a giant blow up slide. And I helped some little kids go down it sometimes. So growing up, like I thought it was really cool that we would go to this thing, like offer, sell the thing we're doing, and then come home with like all these gold coins and all this money. And I became really fascinated with business like very early on in my life from that. And then going into high school, accounting was an elective subject when I was in year 10, and I just really loved it as a subject. I loved the analyzing a business through the money that it was making. And I know now that business is so much more than just the money you're making, but numbers truly do like tell a story. And I loved looking at the trends. And as a subject, it was just really easy for me and felt really natural. So then I pursued accounting throughout high school and then at university. And I decided that I wanted to go to university to be an accountant because I wanted to help businesses grow. And growing up in my family, so we had that family business, and then my dad decided to sell that and start a new business that was more like his trade. And from that point on, there was a few series of unfortunate events that basically resulted in like my dad really struggling in that business and that causing a lot of family stress. And that was one of my main drivers to be an accountant as well. Like I wanted to help people run their business in a way that didn't result in stress for the entire family. I did my what I tried like a few network marketing things kind of in my teenage years and early 20s, but none really felt good. Like I never actually really loved the products. It just seemed like, oh, like this is a quick and easy way to start my own business. How exciting. But and I went like all in for them. I bought so much of the promo stuff, but none of it really aligned with me. So I kind of quit all that. And then in 2016, I did my life coach training and I started coaching very soon after that. In 2017, I did my yoga teacher training. I started teaching yoga classes soon after that. And this was all while I was working full time as an accountant. And the coaching and the yoga and like some events that I was running were all kind of like creative side projects. They were like, I loved making money from them and like a bit of extra money, but I never thought at that point in time that they would be my main source of income or that they would be my main focus in my business. And I did so many other things. Like I ran so many events. I like was selling crystals at one point. There was not like a huge deal of structure and like strategy to grow. It was pretty much just whatever I was interested in. I loved exchanging value for. I loved creating value and exchanging it. And I was making about like 1K a month in my business at this point in time when I was just running it on the side of my full-time job. And it was kind of just like a bonus. It wasn't like there was no pressure to make any money. I actually kept most of it as cash just sitting like in a box in my room. And then every now and again I would deposit it in the bank. But it was just like this nice little bonus and these things that I just really naturally love to do. When I decided that I had to leave my full-time professional career, I had a casual lecturing job at a local university, but outside of that, my business was my main source of income. And I remember that it was like my dream to be making 4K a month, like 1K a week, higher than the like average wage in Australia. And I thought like I can definitely live on 4K a month. And it was really important for me. It was like a really important safety step for me to know that I could live off the money I was making in my business and the casual work I was doing when I left my full-time job. And that like 4K a month goal was like, yes, like that is what I want to make. That is what I can live on. I can do that. And even though like that 4K a month was significantly less than what I was making as an accountant, my priority after leaving my full-time work was that I could live off the money that I was making in my business. And like the more money, it was just not worth the sacrifice to my mental health, my wellness, and like my life force energy. 4K a month is so doable. It is so doable when you're running a business that feels aligned with the way that you want to express yourself. It's so doable. And if you are like wanting to start a business, but you don't think that you can make enough for you to live on, or you're in your business now and making money and it just feels like a struggle, I just want you to know that like 4K, it's so doable when you are using your business as a vehicle to express yourself. And that expression can and will evolve with you. Your outer world, your external reality, is a reflection of your inner world. Your inner world is your mindset and your energy. And everything that's happening in your inner world is just reflected out to you in this 3D reality that we live in. Being in business is the biggest personal healing and growth journey that you will ever go on. Because when you're in business and your inner world is reflecting everything that's within it out into your business reality, and you're trying to push up against your goals and do things that aren't really in alignment with your internal environment, so many things will rise to the surface, inviting you to alchemize, to transcend, to remove, to grow beyond, to rise and to root down. Being in business is the biggest healing and growth journey that you could ever go on. And all of these shadows, all of these little gremlins that have been hiding within the shadows of your energy and of your mindset, they're going to make a big difference on the success of your business, and they'll rise to the surface when you're ready to illuminate and alchemize them. If you're here right now, if you were led to sign up to this masterclass, it's because you're ready. You're ready to illuminate, you're ready to bring your awareness to these little things lurking in the shadows that have been sabotaging your success. You're ready for this. And this may just be the moment that plants the seed, or it may be, I might say, like one little thing that shifts everything and everything just falls into place. So I invite you to really put on a beginner's mindset, and things that I'm about to say, like you may think, I've heard that before, I know that already. But I want you to come in with a beginner's mindset, because as soon as you say, I've heard that before, your mind literally zones out and doesn't allow new information to come into your mind. I want you to listen with the beginner's mindset and allow these seeds to be planted. Just allow yourself to listen. You can come back later and take notes if you want to. I really want you to listen and take everything that I'm saying in. So, okay, what I want to say, I'm about to get in to the 3 mindset and energy blocks, but there are so many things I want to preface first. So, in the personal development and coaching world right now, there is a lot of things about like positivity, like being positive, being vibrant, staying like high vibe, having positive affirmations and all of those things. And all of those practices and all of those principles, like they have a place. Don't get me wrong. Like there's nothing wrong with being positive and having a high vibration. Like they're amazing things. And affirmations are amazing things as well. These practices have a place. But if you try to bypass your shadows or bypass your real unresolved emotional energy in your body, they will always catch up to you in sneaky little ways. They will always sabotage you in ways. And this isn't to say that you're doomed to fail if you don't know every single thing that's in your mindset. It's just inviting you to bring awareness to the fact that like you are enough, you are deserving, you are capable, but also you have unresolved and programmed things within your mind and body that are influencing the life that you're living. And we don't need to positively bypass these things and pretend they're not there, because it is through alchemizing them and illuminating them that we are invited to rise and access new gifts within ourselves and new levels of success, and to have an amazing human experience where we get the polarity of our light and our shadow, like our gifts and our darkness. I'm not for positive bypassing at all. We need to address what is underneath instead of just piling things on top to pretend that they're not there. So I want to give you a little visual. So you live in a house and your house is like fully furnished. I want you to visualize this, like your house and all the furniture that's in it. And now you decide that the environment of your house, like in all the furniture you have, doesn't really reflect who you are anymore. So you decide you want to change things up. You want to refurnish, you want to redecorate. Would you just buy all new furniture, all new like decorations and stack it on top of the existing furniture? Like you have a couch and just put another one on top, or the pictures on the wall, you just like put one in front of it. Like, would you do that? Most likely not. You wouldn't just stack all new things on top of the existing furniture in the house. It would be too crowded, too overwhelming, too like messy, and not really an enjoyable place to live. Like it just wouldn't like it. Just imagine your house like double of everything, but like two different styles. You just wouldn't do that. Would you take everything in your house and go and like hide it, like shove it in this junk room or like the attic or some spare room or some shed? Would you take everything out of your house and just like hide it in there, like hide it in the shadows, like put it to the back of where like you don't have to see it or think about it every single day? Possibly, you might do that. But if you do that, then what you're doing is using so much space that could be freed up for something else, that could be freed up for something that is actually in alignment. And even if you have like this junk room with every single old bit of furniture you don't want anymore, like that is still an energy leak. Like you're still going to think about it every now and again, maybe every time you walk past the door or every time you think about how your house used to look, you're going to be putting energy into something that doesn't need your energy anymore. So, what would you do instead? You would take a look at what's there. You would decide what you want to keep, remove what you no longer want, and then put the new furniture in. Like that's the most logical process to actually see what is there fully, decide what you want to keep, because there are some good things that you don't want to get rid of, like absolutely every single thing you've ever owned. Get rid of what you don't want and then put in the new things. And this is exactly the process we're going to go through when we look at your mindset and energy blocks. We're going to see what is there, be the observer, remove what is no longer in alignment with the external reality that we want, and then add in some new stuff that is in alignment with our new vibe, with the new experience that we want to create. When I say that these things are blocks, it being a block really is an illusion, because the only thing that makes it a block is your thoughts and feelings that it is a block. Whereas it's something that can be gone in a second. Like it's not really something that is stopping you. It's not really something that is more powerful than you. It's something that is like your mind has created the illusion that it is a block, but you actually have control over it. And the thing is that the thoughts and the beliefs are fake, but the feelings are real. You have mindset beliefs within your subconscious mind that are complete made up BS stories. But when you play those stories out in your mind, you create real feelings, real emotional energy in your body. And that's what's real. And that is what we can alchemize as we delete and remove the beliefs and thoughts that we no longer wish to have in alignment with what we want. Okay, so let's get into the 3 common mindset and energy blocks. I'm just going to take a quick drink first. Okay, number one. Number one is what I see women do is take themselves off the path towards this very doable reality of having a 4K month or having a business at all that makes money, is them thinking that they need to have every single detail planned out and organized before they even begin offering anything or treating their business like a business instead of a hobby. So the block is the belief that everything needs to be organized, planned out in detail before even taking an action step. You start a business the moment you have something to offer. The moment you're selling something is the moment that you are in business. And you do not need a 5-year business plan or a website or a bigger audience or literally anything outside of what you have to sell. The value you have to offer is something you deserve to be paid for. And that is what puts you in business. Part of this planning is also around like the money and the resources component. And you can literally start a business with an Instagram page and some basic behind the scenes structuring and your first offer. You could literally start a business like within the next 10 minutes if you wanted to. Yes, you can put more attention to detail. You can put more of your energy into the planning and like definitely, like, you can do that, but you don't have to have a full laid out, like, year, 5-year, 10-year plan. You don't have to do that. And I've spoken to so many women that have told me that, like, they just want everything planned out. They want everything to be perfect before they even create what they're selling, before they even create their offer. But what you're offering needs to be the first thing you think of. And there's all of these mindset, there's all of these thoughts going on that are stopping you from even creating an offer that you can actually sell. And when you say that things are 2 years away, like it's going to take me 2 years to fully plan out and map out what I want to do in my business, or it's going to take 2 years before I can be at a point to launch a business. What this is procrastination, because if you have the desire to start a business, that means you have everything you need to start it right now. This is procrastination, and procrastination is an expression of fear. And fear is present when the mind thinks it needs to keep us safe from something. So your procrastination is trying to keep you safe, but we can always recognize that we actually don't need to be, there's nothing to keep us safe from. And that's how we illuminate things. Your full and complete big vision may not happen immediately, but that doesn't mean you need to wait until then to even begin. Because when you do that, all you're doing is delaying your starting point and delaying the timeline to experience what you want. For so many people, and this is really important, it's really important to dip your toes in and learn to evolve as you go. And especially for people like me that have a 3 line in their human design, like the trial and error line, it's really important to trial and error, to have experiences and to know how to adapt as you go. Something like when I first really got into teaching yoga, I like started to have this vision of like having this big, amazing yoga studio and like running retreats there and doing all these different things there. But if I waited until I had all the resources, like the money I would have needed to create a space like that I was envisioning, if I waited till I like had all the resources I need to have that massive space before I begun teaching yoga regularly and running events and retreats regularly, then there's no way I would have figured out that I actually don't want to do that. And if I never did the things to help me figure it out and gain clarity, then I would still be leaking energy towards those thoughts and towards that vision that I'm actually not aligned with. It's really important that we learn how to start in a simple way that allows us to scale, allows us to evolve, and allows us to grow. And how you grow a business, how you scale a business is by boldly beginning where you are and adjusting as you go again and again and again and again. And if you don't let yourself boldly begin, you will be procrastinating for the rest of your life or until there is like an extreme wake up call from your intuition and from spirit. And like the extreme wake up calls, hitting your rock bottom, like that's not something I wish for you. And that's not something you have to experience in order to get on the path, like to lead yourself to the path of having your soul business and having it make money for you. So I've had many business ideas and many different ventures that didn't work out the way I initially envisioned for many different reasons for all of them, but they all gave me new skills, experiences, connections, and most of all, clarity on what it is that I really did want to focus on. There is never any real failure in your business journey. Like there couldn't possibly be. And I love how my coach, Aislinn Walton, states this, that you very well may have many micro failures along the way, like micro mistakes, but those micro mistakes are opportunities for refinement. They're not real failure. They're not real mistakes. They're opportunities for you to refine what you want and what you're focused on and what you want to grow and what you want to create. So, address any of your beliefs around the timeline that your mind has created, the fake timeline your mind has created in order to push your business success away, in order to use procrastination as a fear mechanism. Shine a light on it. Have compassion for yourself that it's there. Like it can be confronting sometimes to realize that I've been waiting 5 years to start my business and I could have started it 5 years ago. And imagine where I would be right now if I did that. Like you don't need to spiral down that rabbit hole, and you can have compassion for yourself, for protecting yourself, for whatever you needed to be protected from in the past. But now you invalidate it. Like, why is that not true? Like, why is it not true that I need to wait 2 years or 5 years or 1 year or whatever? And then ask, what do I want to be true? And that's the process. Like, look at what is there that is telling you that your timeline to start your business is in the future, where it will always be, never in your present. Look at what's there, what specific thoughts are coming up for you, shine the light on it, illuminate it, decide, do you want to keep this? No, remove it. What am I going to replace it with? What are you going to replace it with? That I have everything I need to start my business right now. I want to start a business selling crystals or running an event or blah, blah, blah. And I can do that right now. I will do that right now. I am doing that right now. What do you want to replace it with? Okay, so that is number one. Number two, the second mindset belief. And so everything I'm saying is in your mindset and in your energy. Like I'm focusing on the beliefs, but I also really want you to be aware that these beliefs put energy, emotional energy into your body the more you play out these stories within your mind, subconsciously or consciously. And the energy that's in your body, like they're real feelings, and you get to alchemize those feelings as you address these beliefs and replace them with new ones. So, number two is thinking that you don't have anything of value to offer, or that you need to study more, learn more, consume more information. This is a bunch of BS. So there is so much conditioning in our world right now that we all grew up in around our value, around what value we have to offer. The industrialized 9 to 5 world culture where we get paid per hour, the purpose of that was to disconnect you from your value. That is the only reason the industrialized world wants to pay hourly rates, to disconnect you from the value that you are creating. In most large businesses, there's centralized power and control, the hierarchy and the hyper focus on efficiency. All of this disconnects you from the value that you're really adding to an organization. Sabrina just arrived. Hello, Sabrina. I'm just on number 2 for the mindset blocks. So, yes, so the industrialized world, the focus on all of the hierarchy, efficiency, centralized control and power, it disconnects you from the value that you're really adding to an organization, to the value of what they're selling and the value to the customers. They want you to believe that you are replaceable. And this again reinforces the disconnect from the value that you're really bringing. If like the people in large organizations really like united and made decisions together, like they would have so much more power. Like it's really reflective of governments. Like the people really have the power, but the governments centralize power and control to make us believe we don't have value in the things that they are creating, but we do. So this is just something to be mindful of, that you've been conditioned your entire life to believe that you may not have innate value to offer and create, but you 100% do. Your life experience gives you something to offer. Your direct line with spirit gives you the ability to channel divine messages into your body and create with that potential. Your creative potential has all the seeds of possibility within your body already, and you came to earth with a mission. You don't have to create your own business to create value, but if you feel the desire and the excitement towards this option, then trust that it is meant for you and that you have so much to offer. You have so much value to offer right this moment. You don't need to learn more. You don't need to have more experience working for someone else first. There's nothing you need outside of what you have right now. You have everything available to you right now. And this doesn't mean to offer something or to sell something that you're not qualified in or experienced in, but also you don't have to be perfect in your experience. You can offer something that is of value to someone right now. And it doesn't mean to offer something that you can't deliver on either. Like you do need to build your confidence in being able to deliver what you're selling, like to the value that you're selling it for, but you get to decide that value. And there are so many options for things you can do. Like you could purchase products and resell them, and you could pre-sell them so that you have all the cash before you even purchase them. Like you could run an event and speak about something you're really passionate about, or you can host an event and hire speakers that are like trained in speaking, or you can create a digital ebook, or you can, like, network marketing is an option if it aligns for you. You can do dog walking, gardening, coaching. You can do your yoga teacher training. Like there are so many options, for you to add your unique value to something, to offer it, and then to sell it within your business. And you can also learn new skills and new modalities if that is something you want to do. You can, get your personal training certificate or yoga or Reiki, massage, EFT. Like there is so many trainings you could do to then have business offers based around them. You can do a basic training, offer basic things, and then as you evolve your knowledge and experience, you evolve your offerings and what you're selling and the results that you're creating for your customers and for your clients. So I want you to address any beliefs that tell you that you don't already know enough, or that you are not enough exactly as you are to have a successful business right now, because this just simply isn't true. And then, so observe the specific thoughts that are there, identify anything along those lines, decide to remove it, and then decide what you want to replace it with. That I have everything I need to be successful in business right now. I have been through this, and this experience that enables me to offer this, and this. People value that, and I deserve to get paid for it. Like, what do you want to replace it with? Okay, so before I get to the third mindset / energy block, there's 3 honorable mentions. And these ones I'm not going to go into quite as much detail. I'm just going to like straight up call them out for the BS that they are. And these ones you can just simply like delete out of your mind and just know that they're not true. They never were true. They could never be true. One is that, so if you have any of these beliefs, then delete. That work shouldn't be enjoyable, that like getting paid will take the fun out of it. That's a bunch of BS. That, I hear that from people all the time that have a lot of like wounded energy and mindset blocks around what work means to them. And that's just not true. It's not true. You can run a business doing something you absolutely love and get paid a lot of money for it. Second honorable mention is that healing work or intuitive work or like psychic work or anything along those lines, that you shouldn't charge for things like that. that's a load of rubbish. You deserve to get paid for the value that you're giving to someone. And even if it is like doing healings, like literally anything, you deserve to get paid for it. You deserve to be compensated for your energy, for your creation, and for your gifts, even if they feel natural to you. And anyone that says otherwise has a bunch of abundance mindset baggage that they need to work through. And it's not your responsibility to work them through that. If anyone says that to you, then just be like, okay, I disagree, but you can think whatever you want. Third honorable mention is that around that there are already so many other people doing what I want to do. So who would want to come to me? This can be a big one because if there's something that you're really passionate and excited about, then you are likely to already know a lot of people, or some people at least, that are doing those things that you want to do. And that may feel a little intimidating to see all these people already have successful businesses in what you want to do. And to have the thought that, like, if they're doing that, then all the clients I want will just go to them. That can be a little sneaky thing that's in the mindset. And I want to speak to this a little bit more than the other two. So, the reason that those people that may feel a little intimidating, or the reason you're seeing all of these things that are doing the things you want to do, is because they were put on your path to inspire you, not intimidate you, to inspire you. And because you have likely immersed yourself in that world, you are likely to see a lot more of those people, a lot more of those offers than who your client will be. It's just because you have chosen to immerse yourself in that world, or, it just happened along your path so that you can become really inspired by their success to know that it's possible for you, that you're seeing them. And your clients and your potential clients don't have that same exposure and don't have those same feelings when they're looking at these people. And even if there are a million other people offering the exact thing that you want to create in this world, whether it's a product or a service, you are literally the only person in this world that can create it and express it and infuse your inner energy into it the way that you can. Like, no one else on this planet has the direct line to spirit that you have. That is unique for you, and you get to express from that, and no one else does. So even if you want to say run a money program, there's millions of money programs out there, but you're the only one that can run it like you will. If you want to create like a range of mugs, like, how many places sell mugs? But only you can create the ones that you want. And even if they look really similar to another mug retailer, like, only your mugs will have your energy infused into them. Like, there's not too many people already doing what you're doing, and you have value to offer that is different to what they're doing. So allow them to inspire you, not intimidate you. Okay, so the third mindset and energy block that is getting in the way of you receiving your first 4K month in business is any thoughts that sound like, I can start my business when ... I will be successful in my business when fill in the blank. I will make money in my business when I will get followers when any thoughts like that are like conditional upon something happening first before the success that you actually want. All of these thoughts are putting your desires away from you in your mind and in your energy. And when we put desires away from us in our energy, our body starts to feel unsafe to have them now, because our nervous system thinks that we have to have this other thing first in order to be safe to receive what we actually want. And what you're doing in this moment is making your desires bigger than how powerful you are. And you're making whatever reason you're saying, like whatever comes after the when, you're making whatever reason you can't have that like more powerful than you. And the truth is that nothing is more powerful than you right now in this moment. And often these conditions don't actually make a lot of sense when we shine some light on them, when we illuminate them. And that's because often this construct that we've come up with was determined as a child in our child mind before we even knew what desires we had for business. Something for me, like when I was growing up, a strong belief in my mindset was I will have this, like whatever I could possibly imagine wanting, I'll have this when my body looks different. People will like me more when my body looks different. And that was my when. And when I really came to look at that through my adult perspective, that doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. But we have these things within our programmed subconscious mind that don't make sense because 95% of our subconscious was programmed before we were even 7 years old. So we really need to address like what conditions, what are we inserting after the when for what we really desire, and what are we making unsafe within our body and with our energy for us to experience. And, there's other things that came up like, I'll be successful in my business when I have 10,000 followers, or when I can have a professional photographer, or when I get my first client, or blah, 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 or when I move out of my family home. Like that's something that I worked through recently. You're powerful now. You are deserving now. You are capable now. And you are resourceful enough now. And we really need to be super mindful of what conditions we're placing, like what's the when, and to know that that's actually not true. It's just something our mind is using to push things away from us, to make our desires feel like they're unsafe. And they do feel unsafe because our nervous system is telling us it's not safe to have that thing until we have something else first. When you declare all of this for yourself, that you are powerful, deserving, capable, and resourceful now in this moment, you build safety around having the experience that you want in your energy now, right now. And this is when we make time collapsing possible. Instead of waiting 2 years to even begin, you start now. And this is where we make quantum leaping possible and we begin to expand our capacity to hold more. So, quantum leaping is like going from, say, like making nothing in your business to making 10K the next month. And the quantum leaps don't make sense. They're not linear, they're not logical, they're just like a massive leap. There's so much I could say about quantum leaping, but like our DNA literally mutates when we create different internal experiences. And we build, you don't have to get caught up on that, like there's a lot more to say, but you also build your capacity to hold more when you feel safe with holding the energy of your desires right now. So some of these little gremlins may have been lurking around in your mindset since you were 7 years old. Some will transcend as soon as the light touches them. As soon as you bring awareness and illuminate, some will dissolve straight away. But some will need a little bit more processing and a little bit more compassion to truly alchemize the feelings that have been suppressed and ingrained into our physical body. So I want you to hold compassion for yourself that if you become aware of a thought and you do the work to illuminate, delete, and replace, and it keeps coming up, that's okay, because every time it comes up, you're shining a light on it a little deeper, you're diving into a little bit more of its depth, and every time it rises into your consciousness, you're letting it go a little more, and you get to choose in each moment whether you align with that belief or you align your energy with your new belief. Also, I want to add that 4K specifically isn't a number that you need to cling to. You can set your own desire for how much money you want to be making in your business and connect with what you really desire right now. Like, what value does that have to you? For me, when I set 4K as a milestone, like that was like, I can comfortably live on that and run a business and have a spacious schedule, a life of freedom where I don't have to work full time in a stressful environment that burnt me out for 8 years of my life. Like that's what it meant for me. So when you do decide the number, whether it's 4K, 1K, 5K, whatever it may be, like what meaning does that really have for you? And connecting to the purpose of that meaning is going to magnetize it towards you at a much more quicker rate. And when you've declared and decided the number, like the milestone you want to meet next, you trust and declare that it is available to you right now. It's not something that's going to take you 10 years because at the linear rate, that's how long it would take. It's not something that you may jump into the next day. You might, but you might not. But you can trust and declare that it is available to you now and stay connected with the energy of now. And once you reach that figure, once you reach your 4K month, you will also realize that so much more is available to you. Because once we reach every milestone, we build such a deeper foundation of safety around that milestone that we automatically expand our capacity to hold more. And that's the key to like every milestone you get to, anchor in your body, anchor into safety, and you will naturally expand your capacity to receive more. Focus on one milestone at a time that feels safe and expansive for you to play with. If you've never made any money in business in your life before, then setting the goal of having a 100K month may just feel like so far out of your realm of possibility that it's like it's a joke to your body. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel like it could ever happen. So you're not really going to be able to fully align your energy with that vision. If 100K a month like actually feels like yes, like I'm on board with that, like then go for it. But I want you to really pick a number that does, it feels expansive, like it feels, oh, like this is really exciting. I really am excited to play with this, but it also feels like, yes, that actually is like a real possibility for me and I can feel that. So you can start playing with the idea of earning like 4K a month in your business if that's the number you choose. And then, so once you have your number, I want you to ask yourself, how would I celebrate this? Like, once I have this 4K month, how am I going to celebrate it? And how exciting is that going to be? How am I going to share the news? Who am I going to tell? How am I going to celebrate it for myself? Like, am I going to buy balloons and like sparklers and have like a little party at home? Am I going to invite people? Am I going to celebrate like with my coach or my friends or my mentor or whoever else, my clients? Am I going to book a spa day? Like, how am I going to celebrate this? And celebration is so important to anchor into new levels of success. And then, how am I going to spend it? If I actually did start making 4K per month in my business, how would I be so excited to spend it? Am I going to invest in a monthly spa day? Am I going to invest in that coach that I want to work with? Am I going to buy like lash out a bit more with my groceries and buy like the really beautiful organic food that I've always wanted to get? Like, how are you going to spend it? And this is what anchors that dream, that vision of money into more of your reality. If you had that money available to you right now, how would you spend it? And then if you were already making that 4K a month, how would you show up online or to your audience? What else would you create in your business? Play with all of this potential, play with all of these ideas and make it real. Excuse me. Make it as real as possible and play with this within your imagination. Play with this within your life. Like, if there's something you know you would do differently if you were making 4K a month and you can do it right now, do it. And that's how you collapse time even quicker. And then every single bit of money that comes in, like every single thing that is going to collectively add up to that 4K, celebrate it so much. And this will amplify your magnetism even more. This is the how you align with a 4K month in business. You play with the potential of it and you make that potential feel real. And then you trust that this reality is magnetizing towards you. You don't have to force it, you don't have to push yourself towards it. You get to align with it and continue to alchemize and transcend anything within your mind and body that is splitting your energy away from it. And then you get to attract it towards you because your internal world reflects out into your external world. And we do live in a 3D linear world. So we don't manifest instantaneously. Like, you don't think something and then it appears right in front of you. There is the time and space that needs to catch up with us. But if you're holding the experience, the potential, and the energy in your internal world, it is inevitably going to be reflected back to you in your external world. So, what beliefs and expectations would the version of you that is already making 4K every month in her business have? What beliefs would you have? What expectations would you have? And how would you act? How would you show up? How would you create? Be that version of yourself now, and the reality will inevitably unfold around you. So I hope you got some amazing insights out of this masterclass. And I would love for you to message me and tell me like your favorite part of this. And I want to end by sharing with you the new offer that I've created and a special offer if you're watching this video. So my new creation is called Awaken Your Business Spirit. It is so amazing. It is so amazing. It's actually, I said that wrong. It's activate your business spirit. I don't know why I said awaken. Activate your business spirit. It is a 1 week potent and powerful program to prepare your energy to make an impact, tap into your intuition, and get those creative juices flowing. And if you want to create and start your business, this will be incredible for you to align your energy before the action, because your energy infuses into your action. So it's really important to, again, shift the inner world before we start to take action in the external world. And if you already have a business, but you want to infuse more intuition, creativity, along with a clear, like, energetic standards in your leadership, you will love this as well. It's always amazing to come back to the foundations of your business and what you're creating. What's included in the program? There will be a live welcome call. So within the 1 week, a live welcome call, there will be 3 live training calls during the week, one on your intuitive abilities, another on your creative potential, and the second on your leadership standards. Plus, you'll all be in a Facebook group for questions, connection, support within that group with each other and me. You'll get a bonus mindset training, which is amazing, explaining about the subconscious mind and beginner's mindset at a deeper level. And you will also get the recording of this masterclass for lifetime access. So everyone else is just going to get a 24-hour access if they've registered. But within this, you'll get lifetime access to it if you want to watch the replay. So for the next 48 hours, the investment is only $88, 88 Australian dollars. And that's for everything I've just outlined. And if you want to upgrade to the VIP option, it includes everything I've said, as well as a group coaching session and group coaching for deep integration, where I will coach. There will be hot seat coaching for everyone in that group call on your specific business offers, specific mindset things that come up, energy leaks, and anything that you want support on. And in group calls, like, there is always so much value that like, if someone in the group brings something up, it's likely going to be of huge benefit to you as well. And then you also get a 15-minute one-on-one coaching power session with me. There is so many things we can do at a 15-minute coaching call. Like, it will be like potent, powerful, amazing one-on-one time with me. And you will also get access to my self-led program, Before You Leap. And this program is about preparing your nervous system and your body for big changes you want to make. So it's a really beautiful thing to build your foundation of safety to leap into whatever your next venture is. And you'll get immediate access to that. So you can start doing that straight away, because this Activate Your Business Spirit begins on the 26th of January. And it goes for 1 week. So for you that are in this call, if you're watching, if you sign up to just the program, so not the VIP, just the program, that is $88. You get to join the group coaching call for no extra cost. So it'll be the program plus the group coaching call is $88. And if you sign up to the VIP, you get upgraded so at the moment it's a 15-minute one-on-one call, but I'll upgrade that to a 60-minute one-on-one call, which is amazing. Like there will be so much we can dive into inside that. So you get that upgrade if you sign up to the VIP, which is $222 for the next 48 hours. And then it goes up to full price after 48 hours. So I'm going to, as I email out the replay, I will also include the link to the sales page of the program with all the extra details, and the investment links are there. And if you sign up, I will see if you registered for the masterclass or not. But if you're watching this video, then you have registered. And I will upgrade you automatically to whatever I have outlined, to whatever option you invest in. So I'm super excited for this 1 week potent, powerful, fun, activating program. There's going to be so much included inside, and it's really going to accelerate your timeline to launch a business that feels really amazing for you. So if you would like to join, all you need to do is sign up through the links on the sales page, or you can reach out to me and we can have a little chat if it is the right thing for you to invest in. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much just for being in my energy, for learning from me. I would love to hear your insights. Again, if you want to take a screenshot or a picture and post it in your story and tag me, I would love that so much. I will reshare it as well. And if you want to sign up for Activate Your Business Spirit, you are going to absolutely love it. It's such an amazing, potent, powerful offer that I'm so excited to run. So thank you again for being here. Have an amazing day. I hope to speak to you soon.